With polling in Karnataka just days away on the 5th of May, the BJP star campaigner and possible prime ministerial candidate Narendra Modi hasn't taken the lead, but instead made a token appearance. Mr. Modi addressed a rally on Sunday in a BJP stronghold in Bangalore, and many believe with the BJP headed for a possible drubbing, Mr. Modi decided to play it safe. But for a man who has national ambitions, is that good enough? Why has Narendra Modi done a hit and run in Karnataka? What is he afraid of? That's our second debate tonight. Mohandas Pai also joins us now from Bangalore on that debate. Let me take that question first, though, to Mr. Venkaiah Naidu. Mr. Naidu, Mr. Narendra Modi is, by your own accounts, one of the tallest leaders in the BJP. He's one of your star campaigners, definitely a national leader as well. Why didn't Mr. Modi campaign more in Karnataka?
You have got every right to give suggestion, but Nidhi, I want to tell you, you have something in your mind, you decide and you conclude. How does you know that Narendra Modi is not going to campaign? Has he confined himself only to Bangalore? Who told you? What is the source of this information?
He's doing one more rally on the 2nd of May. So that's
not one more rally.
He
is not doing one more rally. He's doing more rallies. You will understand that you have gone wrong. Please try to understand.
More?
He's the chief minister. How many more and all are we to debate and discuss here the programs of every leader of the party here? My point is he is going to cover Karnataka, important centers, and his campaign is having positive effect on the people of the state. Congress party is already rattled by the massive turnout
at the last minute. But Mr. Naidu, his campaign is at the last minute. His campaign is so last minute. I'm saying that if he's such a great leader for the BJP.
You will say that he came in the beginning. If he comes in the beginning, you will say that he has come in the beginning and went away. If he comes in the last phase, you say he has come only in the last phase. You want to somehow or other criticize BJP, I leave it to you, it's your choice. My point is, madam, the party has decided he should campaign in particular places. You have made a request and he has given some time. He is going to come for campaign again. He is going to cover other important places also. You will see tomorrow or day after, you will come to know of the details of the tour also. And moreover, you are saying you have already concluded the Karnataka BJP is going to get a drubbing. I don't know what is the source of your conclusion. Okay. Similar thing was said earlier also. Even 2008, even the survey said the BJP is losing and Congress is getting 114 seats.
If you win, Mr. Modi is the reason for it. He's going to turn it around.
You yourself is saying nobody said it. Nobody said it. If you win, it is the BJP and BJP leaders, including Narendra Modi. I don't know why you people are trying to make it very simple and try to attach everything according to your pre-notions and impressions rather than giving it to the parties.
If you lose it, do you agree? You would have expected him to crisscross Karnataka for the last 3 weeks by now.
If he is a star campaigner for the entire country, he will crisscross the entire country. When the time comes, he will crisscross the entire country and you will see it. It is a state election now. Different leaders are coming and giving different dates, and he is also giving considerable time to the state of Karnataka. Don't worry on that.
So he's actually very busy and can't do much. He can only do limited rallies. That's what you're saying. He's busy.
I am not saying can't do much, and all is your words, not my words. He is giving enough time, and he will be utilized in an effective manner, and it will have its own impact on the minds of the people.
Okay, let me now get Mr. Mohandas Pai in first before I come to Siddharth and Renuka. Mr. Pai, how do you look at this interesting Modi debate? Because everyone's been watching Karnataka really closely. We've seen how the BJP has been on the mat over there. And here is Modi at a time when he's branding himself more and more as a national leader. One would have been interested to see about how far he would go out and stick his neck out in Karnataka. Do you think he's playing it safe?
Nidhi, I have to leave.
Well, I think I want to start by saying there's a great degree of anger in people at the lack of governance to the BJP regime. We've seen high corruption, change of chief ministers and all that. And in the urban elections, we saw a change towards the Congress. Not that the Congress is anyway greatly better, because they don't seem to have a single leader whom they can stand out and do. So I think if the BJP wants to reverse the negative trend that's visible all over the place, they need to have somebody who has performed very well in some other part of India, like Narendra Modi, to come and campaign. I was told that when he came to Bangalore, the campaign was very successful. And if the BJP wants a wave in the favor or some 3 or 4% shift, I think he should campaign. Just like I think if Rahul comes and campaigns intensively in the next 3 or 4 days all over Karnataka, the Congress could as well see a big wave in its favor. Because right now, the matters are poised There's a fair number of undecided voters sitting on the fence. There's a simmering anger amongst people. There's a need for change.
So
but they're
you think that
confused as
Mr.
to
Modi
where
should
the
have
change
taken
is
the
going to
risk
come
and done
from.
much?
So-
You feel Mr. Modi should have stuck his neck out and done a much more intensive campaign? Is that what you're saying? If the BJP really wanted to turn its
because he's the
fortunes
trump
around.
card for the BJP in Karnataka. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Naidu, I'll let you respond to
He's
that.
a
I know
trump
you
card,
have a
like I
train
said.
to catch. So, you're hearing from, a prominent Bangalore citizen saying that given the anger that is there against the BJP government in the state, if Mr. Modi had come in earlier and maybe campaigned more intensively, it would have actually made a difference to you all. But is it a risk? Is it just that he's choosing a safe areas because he doesn't want to be branded as the reason for the BJP's loss?
We don't look at the things like that. Secondary, that may be the opinion of a well-wisher or well-meaning person. I don't dispute with him. But at the same time, as I told you, he is the chief minister of a state. He has got his own responsibilities and he has given some time and the party is working about the details and he will be going to other places also. Thirdly, to the friends who are saying that the BJP has changed 3 chief ministers, today PM also said Congress has changed 5 chief ministers in Andhra Pradesh. And this term they have changed 3 chief ministers in Andhra Pradesh also, if that is the criteria. And secondly, we are asking the people to vote for us on the basis of the development we have given to the state of Karnataka in the last 5 years. That is our main agenda for this election, the development which we have given to the people of Karnataka in the last 5 years. So I am confident at the end of the day, people will vote for the Bharatiya Janata Party. They will compare BJP rule and Congress party rule, which is neck deep in corruption and which have created chaos in the country. So they will look towards BJP and give BJP a positive mandate. That's my impression.
Okay,
ma'am.
wait. I just want to ask.
others,
I
they
just
have
want to
their
ask
own
Renuka Chaudhary one thing. Renuka, the fact is that many say Rahul Gandhi did stick his neck out. He campaigned in UP. He campaigned in Bihar, where he knew that the Congress was down and out, addressing more than 20 rallies, and took responsibility for the big defeats that the Congress saw in those states. However, many feel that since then he is also playing safe, making fewer and fewer appearances. He made a guest appearance too in Gujarat, the way Mr. Modi has done in Karnataka. So, are both these leaders, not just Mr. Modi, both these potential future prime ministerial candidates in our country, playing it safe and not sticking their necks out anymore?
No, that's not relevant where Rahul Gandhi is concerned. Please understand that he's neck deep in organizational issues and he's actually brought about so much revolution. Today he's 100 days old as our vice president. So he is deeply involved in that and he's set the party organization in Karnataka. He's at the grassroots level where he's delivering where it's relevant the most and not just a cosmetic show on top. So let's see, let's wait a few more days and we'll come to know which potential prime minister, as you have said, has delivered.
Siddharth Bhatia, what do you think is the reason why Mr. Modi had such fewer appearances? Because one rally yesterday and probably just a couple of more appearances later this week.
Well, so far Mr. Modi has stepped out of Gujarat and talked only to controlled audiences, commerce students, chambers of commerce, businessmen, etc. These are very controlled audiences. If he hadn't come to Karnataka, there would have been a lot of comment about how he was staying away when he was the star campaigner. But if he does come there, they don't want perhaps to associate too much involvement with what appears to be a resounding defeat, or at least not a resounding victory. So maybe they don't want him associated with that. So they will try and ring fence him and calibrate his entry into Karnataka. That's why one part of Bangalore, a lot of senior leaders were there. So I think there is a gradual calibration because you do not want a risk of Mr. Modi, who is setting out, and this is, by the way, his first outing in the last few weeks on a party platform. You must remember that. So that he gets associated with something which is a defeat, and then he starts speaking. So I have a feeling, yes, Mr. Naidu is absolutely right. They will do 1 or 2 more. But these will be carefully controlled, climate controlled as it were, where the people who come and the message he will give out will be all very, very well managed. Because if he goes to everywhere and the party does badly, inevitably it will start reflecting on him.
But what about the point on Rahul Gandhi? Has he
And
also
it
become
looks like
selective?
the BJP is not going to be doing well at all.
But is Rahul Gandhi also being selective in his
Well,
appearances? Controlled?
I really find this, I really find this Rahul Modi in the same sentence all the time for every little thing, a little bit of a red herring. I mean, if you want to bring up Rahul Gandhi, as you pointed out, he did go to Bihar and he did badly. On the other hand, in Gujarat, he stayed away. But on the other hand, if you look at it, Sonia Gandhi were there repeatedly. So this Rahul Modi in the same sentence for every little thing, I think is a bit of a red herring. But since you have asked the question, I think he's probably been sticking his neck out a little more because he has been a party man all this while. Mr. Modi is the chief minister, so he's got to manage his appearances a little more carefully.
Okay. Last comment, Mohandas Pai.
Nidhi.
Yeah.
Nidhi, in the last 2 months, 35 lakh new voters have registered in the state of Karnataka, taking up the total electorate to 4 crores. 6 lakhs in Bangalore alone, taking it up to 70 lakhs. And 70% of them are in the age group of 18 to 25. That means there is 10% of new voters, 70% of whom are young. And it is these young, undecided voters who have to be addressed, who have to be communicated to. And I think they will be the swing factor in most of Karnataka because they are voting for the first time, they have registered, they're enthusiastic. They want to see a great leader come and talk to them. So, it makes sense for any political party, either Congress or BJP, to send the best people. Right now, Narendra Modi for the BJP happens to be the best, and Rahul Gandhi is very respected in Karnataka, and people wanted to see him. We do hope that he will come and talk and tell everybody. Yes, there is a anger against the BJP and little bit of a wave in front of the Congress, but you never know how it will shift in the last 5 days because these young people are deciding for the first time. They have no history of support for any political party. And that's why I said, they're missing a golden opportunity.
All right, I'm going to leave it at that tonight. It'll be interesting to see how these Karnataka results pan out. And many, of course, have predicted a drubbing for the BJP. But like they say, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. Thank you all for joining us this evening.